All right, I think it's time to give little Frederico some love again. We haven't seen him for a little bit, and I've got some more parts to put on. So that's what we're gonna do right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross, the Oliver man, and this is Freddie, the Oliver 1450, built by Fiat. Same as a 615 Fiat. And we've been slowly and progressively making him better as we go. I think last time we got the switch working and the headlights wired up, so everything's the way that should be. And I have here ready to go that I cleaned up and painted the other day. A hydraulic coupler bracket like you would have had for Pioneer style couplers, mainly with the 55 series, but I think they were an option in the era of the 50 series, if I remember right. But anyway, little Freddie here, somebody has started to do the right thing and then they didn't. And what I mean is, they've got a bracket. Well, let's get you off of there first. Let's get you off first. And you're gonna fall down. So essentially what's going on here, somebody has already done something I agree with, which is put a bracket like you would have had to hold this. Actually, they put it the opposite way that it would have normally went. So I don't know why they did that, but I don't think I'm going to change it. I think it'll be adequate enough for what we're doing, because it would be a real bear, I think, to try to... I'm not real sure how that's all made, you know. I guess I could fold this down somehow. I don't know. So what I'm saying is, if a guy was to put this on here as such, would it interfere with the 3-point hitch? I don't think it would. And we could always, you know, do something different here slightly, but we're gonna try it because that's what we do. If I put it in that hole there, we're using Oliver parts in ways they were not intended, and that's fine. We need to think about it here. See, if you're 3 points down, you could hit that. So maybe we want to just mount it like that to start with, although that's kind of an odd thing to do with it at an angle, but I think it'll work. I mean, we can make her go. It was actually, a while ago, tilted, and I hammered it up straight, but it might have been better to leave it tilted and just live with it. That might actually make it a more productive. Now it's going to get so loose that it doesn't stay. That's what I was afraid of. I'm going to experiment here, and we're going to see what happens. I'm still thinking that I would rather it be flip-flopped here, and you'll see what I mean in a minute. But I think if I pull this pin out, it's hopefully not going to kill me, but I'm running out of hands to do what I want to do. Come on. Let's see here. Hey, that worked pretty good. Now, will this let me fold this forward? This is a very odd situation I've created for myself. Ouch. Awesome. I knew if I tried hard enough I could do that, and I didn't let myself down. Not only did I take a chunk out of my finger, but I managed to rock it every single wrench that I brought and lose the pin on the ground and be bleeding at the same time. Now if I can just fall to the ground myself, I will really have the whole shebang, you know, the whole works of what is possible. So that's excellent. And it's all because of this. And I probably didn't bring, well, I might have. Since everything's metric, we got to kind of man. There we go. This is also a stud affair, and it's not it's not even playing ball the way I wanted it to. Oh, my idea is not gonna work, because what they did, he cut the corner off. They cut the corner off to make it fit. And I'm debating, see, that's not gonna be, I guess it's not worth it. I thought maybe it was. You know, a guy would think about going like this and just going sideways, but that'll then interfere with our power takeoff, and we can't do that. So I guess we'll leave it like they had it. Here, I thought maybe I could improve on the situation a little bit, but I think we're gonna just say that's what she is, you know. We'll get her. I'll just put that up there for now. Maybe we should wait till I'm done, because this is a pretty good camera mount for you to sit like that. Ouch. However, is that really what we want? It's so close. I want to redo these hoses at some point. I just haven't got that far yet. So for today, they're gonna go in, but they're not what I would consider the appropriate length, nor are they routed neatly. So we will change that at a later time. But this gives you a good idea of what's happening though. I have to put these little holders in. There are aftermarket ones out there that are like half circles and go around the whole thing. I've used those, but I've also never really had any trouble with the originals, you know. Very seldom have I ever had trouble where they popped out. So I'm not worried about it. And I need 7/16, but I don't have that, so we're gonna go metric. But the biggest trick is when you're tightening it up, make sure you've got it pushed all the way, these little tabs, all the way into the groove. Okay, come on. We're getting it. Okay, let's hit you in the face. What you want to do is round it off so that it just really, you know, does what it should. Let's put this apparatus back up. I'm not sure how I got myself into that predicament there. I need to get a better top link too. Sit there. Sit there and think about what you've done. That's not an appropriate way to put a pin in. Let's go this way. That's the way it was. Fiat like these little spring clip things. And I'm not saying they're bad, but they take a little bit of finessing to get used to here. There. Okay. I'm happy with that. Once again, I think I'm gonna just go a little bit. Yeah, that'll work. Right about like that. Will work. Also, what you're gonna wanna do is be an idiot and go ahead and put your hydraulic hose in there before you tighten up your bracket bolt, because then you can't get to it with what you brought, see? So always do that, you know? Here I thought I was being clever, getting ahead of the game, and I'm not. So instead of getting up and going, I'm just gonna take this loose again real quick. Tighten the old bracket up and put this back. I'm not bleeding too badly yet, so. Oh jeez. I was really hoping to marry a nurse because I get hurt a lot. Now, I think we're ready for the final shebang. Oh, okay. Whoa. Oh. Did you think that we were done? No, 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 no. There's more to do. There you go. I get these little deals, which are like the factory style plugs. Safeway Hydraulics, part number S44-4-Z4. And they go in that extra little tab that's sticking out there, because they got like a key ring, see? And you just key ring them in there. And actually, you can probably get by with one key ring, or you can put them both on. You know, I've done it both ways. I've put both things on one key ring, or you can do this and put two of them on there. It don't matter. But then what you get is this nice little deal here. If I can show you, I'm kind of particular about my plugs. I like them, you know. See, that one is not kosher. There. Now, it's all plugged up. And that'll keep the dust out of your couplers when you're not using them. And that is what they had, something like that on there. They're a little bit different style maybe, but the 1655 we had those on it. And I know Grandpa didn't replace them because that would not be something that he would consider worthy of spending money on. So yeah, find you some of those. And then you got her the way she's supposed to be. So little Freddie's coming along now. See, we just gotta do a little more cleanup here on the hitch area and whatever, and I want to take the back wheels off and do that, but that may be a next summer project. I don't know. I'm getting kind of to where I'm gonna have to work on all this stuff that belongs to other people instead of my own toys. I try to shake it up a little bit so you got something to watch, but yeah, the other people's stuff makes me money and this doesn't, playing on my own toys. So it kind of does through YouTube, but not to the scale that actually, you know, doing major mechanical work does. So that's what we do. All right, so this might have been kind of a shorter video, but it was a video nonetheless. You got to see Freddie again, and yeah, we haven't seen him in a while. I think while we're here, we might as well hear him run. Let me set down some of this stuff I got in my hands and we'll try to start him. I just talked to the guy about that grill piece, so I need to go get that and then we can fix the grill. But, all right, Frederico. Lights on, that's good. Throttle. Oh, he hasn't run in a while. You can tell. Oh, Freddie. I'm tempted to use the heater, but I'm also figuring that'll probably run the battery down. We can try it. Does that make the... It may not make any difference. I don't know if our heater actually works. Oh, maybe it did. Freddie. He purrs like a kitty. Sweet. I was gonna use Freddie for something. I don't remember what it was. So I may do that now that I got him started. And the reason I was gonna use him is because he's got a built-in front hitch. And I thought that would be exactly what I needed to do what I wanted to do. I need to take the grill off though, because if I ran this over, I would be super duper sad. You know? He's clamped pretty good, but I don't know. So, I suppose we'll call this a video, like I said. Maybe it wasn't very exciting, but more progress made. I like finding parts and putting them on so that stuff is complete, and Freddie is coming along. We just gotta, mainly a lot of our work now is in the back end. Fenders, and cleaning up cosmetic stuff. I still need to tackle that, building the hydraulic linkage tube. I've got that laying there. That needs to be another project we tackle, because yeah, that has to happen. But Freddie is chugging along, and we've got that done now so that the hoses aren't just everywhere, but we will definitely reroute and probably replace that one hose at least, because I don't like the way that one sticks up towards the seat. We need to make it more come around, if you know what I'm talking about. But also, whenever I make that tube, I'm afraid it's going to interfere with my linkage, so that will determine what happens here. So that the tube thing has to happen first, and then we'll figure the rest of this out. Alright, as always, if you like the videos, give them a thumbs up. leave a comment. That stuff doesn't cost you anything, and it sure helps me out. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.